This first episode of Spontaneanation is brought to you by Audible. Audible.com is the place to get audiobooks, and there's a reason for that. They've got over 150,000 titles to choose from. So head over to audiblepodcast.com/spont and get your free trial and free audiobook. And if you don't like the book you choose, Audible's great listen guarantee has got you covered. You can exchange any book you aren't happy with for another title anytime. That is audiblepodcast.com/spont. SPONT. Enjoy the show. Welcome, you, him, the other one, all of you. Yes, Shorty too. Hi, Shorty. Welcome to Spontaneanation with me, Paul F. Tompkins. What? No, we don't need... I don't need the paper. You'll get your money. Print is dead. Get out of here. I hate that kid. Hi, guys. It's still me from before, 2 seconds ago. I'm Paul F. Tompkins. This is a show called Spontaneanation. You're already lost. I know. I'm just me, man. I'm just doing what I can. I'm just a guy on the earth. I like you guys. I want to be liked. Is that a bad idea? To base your whole life around that pursuit? Well, I think it worked out very well for Charles Chaplin, the Little Tramp. Everyone still remembers him. They remember him that way, Charles Chaplin, the Little Tramp. But do they remember the man that he invented Charles Chips? East Coasters, you know what I'm talking about. Those big tins. They look like granite or whatever. Originally, they were called Charles Chiplins. No one understood the play on words and why each cookie had to have a mustache. It's disgusting. It was made with real human hair. It was a boast at the time. Our cookies are made with real human hair. Oh, it got through so many rounds of approval before finally someone said, I think it's a bad idea, but you go ahead and do it. The biggest failure in cookie history. Has gone down in cookie infamy. Along with that time, Edie Amin cooked and ate Betty Crocker. I know, dark times. Thanks, Eban. Indeed, dark times. When a Ugandan dictator... Is he from Uganda? I said that as if I was 100% certain. I'm being told that yes, he is. Was. Pour one out for Idi Amin. No longer with us. He's been exiled. To hell! Was he so bad, though? From what I understand, he was a horrible person. I'm realizing I have zero facts about what atrocities Idi Amin performed. Performed? What word am I looking for? Committed. Not performed. Gather around, everyone. I'm about to perform an atrocity. How does my makeup look? Anyway, Idi Amin, dada. I don't like you. I don't like your whole thing. You performed atrocities. I have some notes. Guys, everyone shut up. Thank you. What is this about? It's about me having a good time with some pals and you having a good time listening to other people having fun. What's better? Is there anything better on God's green earth than witnessing other people having a good time? I don't think there is. But I'm in show business, so I'm mentally ill. Spontaneanation with Paul F. Tompkins is a thing that's happening right now. I'm Paul F. Tompkins. I am going to have a chat, free-form interview with a special guest. Then, me and some improvisers are going to improvise a narrative, maybe based on some of the facts or stories that come out of the... Look, kid, do not drive your bike up onto my studio porch. I don't know why we have a porch on this studio, by the way. Stupid. You'll get your money when you get your money. What is this, Better Off Dead? The movie from a long time ago, directed by Savage Steve Holland, the most savage director. Besides that time, Idi Amin directed that Eagles documentary. So then, if you recall, previously on this sentence, based on my chat with the special guest, improvisers will enact a narrative and might feature some of the things that come up from the conversation with the special guest. Might not. I bet it probably will. But it's going to be a long story as opposed to little scenes. And it's just going to be fun. Nobody knows what's going on until it actually happens. We're not ready for this at all. We shouldn't be doing it. But it's too late. Because if I record this podcast, an eccentric millionaire gives me $1 million, then he'll be penniless. That's how eccentric the guy is. It's a bad idea. Joining me today. Do you get what's happening? I can't hear you. I'm not going to ask you any more questions because this was recorded before you even knew this thing was happening, first of all, much less live. You can't... Guys, I don't have time to explain recordings to you. Please welcome to Spontaneanation, my special guest. You know her from Freaks and Geeks, from Cougar Town, perhaps from the Thrilling Adventure Hour, where she is a colleague of mine. Please say hello to Busy Phillips. Busy, hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm so well, Paul. How are you?
I'm well as well. I'm glad to hear it. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
And my interview with you starts with a question from someone else. It's a cold question. They don't know that I'm going to be talking to you.
Oh, okay. So it's just a question.
Yes.
A general question, not specific to me, Busy Phillips.
The question, no. Or is it? We'll find out.
We don't know.
Here's the question.
What
is your favorite thing to eat when you're feeling sad? And then this guy wrote a follow-up question. And if you don't feed your feelings like I do, why are you a robot?
No, I'm a feeder. That's what I am.
Do you eat your feelings?
Here's what I do. Yes, for years. For as long as I can remember.
Do you remember doing it when you were a little kid?
Yes, I distinctly remember doing it when I was a little kid. My parents would buy these huge bags of nacho chips from Costco. They were so big that they just sat on our pantry floor. They were like 2.5 feet tall.
Like a cement sack?
Yeah, like a cement sack, but filled with chips.
Yeah.
With tortilla chips.
Right.
And I would...
Triangular? Sorry.
No, they're round.
The round, like Tostitos.
Yeah, like Tostitos, but Costco's version. And I believe at the time it was called something else.
Costinos?
No, it was
That's
called...
what I would have
I think it was called like someone's club. Like maybe it was Sam's Club.
Yeah. That's still a thing, isn't it?
Right, but I think they merged. Did they merge?
So
I don't know.
Sam's Club, is that a Walmart thing because of Sam Walton?
Possible.
We'll never know.
We'll
never ever know.
But anyway,
history will judge whether that happened.
I would make huge plates of. I would use Kraft singles and the nacho chips,
sure.
And in the microwave, I would make a huge plate of nachos when I was sad after school.
Would you? And
watching Oprah?
Did you? Did you need any other ingredients, or was that enough?
No, that's it.
It's a simple two-step snack.
Simple two-step snack that I could make for myself, the latchkey kid that I was.
This is in Arizona?
In Arizona. Mm-hmm. You would think I would have had better Mexican food than Kraft singles and Costco chips, but that's not.
Is queso a thing in Arizona?
Not really, no. Mm-mm. That's a Texas thing, I think. No?
See.
Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex, yes.
That's a Tex-Mex thing.
But you would think it would, I guess, so it's more Tex than Mex if it's only there.
I believe it is more Tex than Mex. We would go to Ajo L's growing up.
What did you say to me?
That was our Mexican restaurant, Ajo L's, and we would go there. My parents still go there like twice a week, I think.
May I ask you to spell that for me?
AJO apostrophe. Wait, no, AJO. I know there's an apostrophe somewhere. Al's has the apostrophe. So Ajo, and then Al's. AL apostrophe S.
What does it mean?
I don't know.
Is that another we'll never know situation?
We'll never know. Oh, Al's. There's a chain of them in Arizona. And I remember in Phoenix where I grew up. And I remember at some point, maybe 10 years ago, a few of them got shut down by the health department. And my pay was big news. My mom was calling me distraught.
What, were they by any chance leaving their food on the floor?
I don't know what they were doing. But I spent so much time at Ajo L's, and every time I go back to Scottsdale, and I remember the first time I took my husband back to Arizona, and like I had kind of talked Ajo L's up a bit, like like this is gonna be really you're in for it. You're in for a real treat. This is the place we went all growing up. It's my favorite Mexican food in the world. And
favorite Mexican food in the world.
Right. Well, this is mind you, this is like 10 years ago.
But you'd been living here in Los Angeles for quite a long time.
And I knew good Mexican food, but like in my head, the memory of it, and it was like one of those horrifying moments where as soon as we sat down, I saw it for what it was. It was like, oh no, this like guy that I really like who's like come home to meet my family. And I became immediately shamed and embarrassed by the restaurant.
Because it made you look like a real rube.
Like, yeah, like a rube.
You gotta try this place, Burger King.
They have a chimichanga. Like, there's deep fried chimichanga.
But what was his reaction to it?
He hated it so intensely. And there was a bone in his like chicken burrito. It was like a total disaster.
Do you think maybe Ajo means baked rat?
No.
What if it did?
No, it doesn't.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. We could Google it, but I don't.
Do you know Spanish for baked rat?
No. Raton. Raton is definitely in there. Something raton.
Oh, I don't know what's happening here.
Something's happening,
guys. Behind the scenes stuff is happening
Crazy.
that you don't get to see. And I don't, it's not like you're not able to see it. You don't get to see it because you're not privileged enough to see it.
No.
Are you talking, by the way? Did you say something to me?
No.
I'm not mad about it. Here's why I ask in the way that I asked, Brett, is because I thought I was hearing something, but then I looked at you and your mouth was not moving.
Very subtly trying to get this.
But, don't reveal our secrets to peoples.
Are you an eater? Are you a stress eater?
I'll eat any old time.
Yeah, me too.
Wait, hey, this isn't about me.
What? Hey.
Do you still do that? Do you still eat your feelings?
Of course.
Are you able to catch yourself doing it?
It's harder now because I'm on television.
Yes.
And so but I do have that's why I get so hugely big whenever I'm pregnant, I think, because I save it all up for those pregnancies. And then I just eat my feelings.
It's the perfect
hours.
Being pregnant and eating your feelings is the perfect crime.
Yeah, it is.
No one's ever going to stop you.
Is that a victimless crime?
Oh no, it's not. Does anyone would family, your husband, anybody ever say when you were pregnant, hey, do you want to eat that? Are you sure you want to eat that?
No.
Everyone knew to never say a word.
Would you ever there are a few things.
Well, I wouldn't, but
of course
husband
not.
complains about the bone in his salad or whatever.
Oh, I'm gonna joke. I'm sorry.
Don't joke.
I know everybody's sick in my household, and I've been fighting it for 2 weeks. But
You live in a household. Your roommates are a husband,
and
two
children,
daughters,
and then we don't have a live-in nanny, but our nanny is there a lot, so it's all part. Everybody, it's like a family, a huge, Alice. We have like an Alice.
Is she like a Typhoid Mary type? She's just constantly coming in,
yes,
giving sicknesses to people.
No, it's the children. The children are the root of all the illness.
Why do children collect so many germs?
I think because their immune systems are not fully formed yet. And they're building immunity as they go.
That seems like a cop-out to me.
I do think that if something were to happen, like Ebola were to actually come to the United States, everyone with children would be the first to go. You would just be all the parents and all the people with young children are done.
When you had that thought, how did that feel?
Like questioning my life choices, certainly. But, you know, ultimately, if that doesn't happen, the rewards are great for being a parent. You know what I mean?
If children don't bring about the next Black Death, there's a lot of great stuff.
There's a lot
too.
of great stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. And I enjoy it. I like being a mom. I like those people for the most part. It's interesting though, because now that I have kids, I feel like so much of my own childhood and things that I felt have been validated because I'm a second kid. And I realized after I had my second child, everything I felt about not being as important as the first was true.
Now, is it just the two of you, just two siblings?
Yes.
But you still, usually, I think, and this is because I'm 5 out of 6, and
I know.
feel like...
I know, we've talked about it.
I feel like the attention always shifts to the younger one because the older one is like, yeah, we've seen all your tricks. Oh. And now you're not cute anymore.
But maybe you're in a big family. I don't know what that dynamic is. I can only speak to 2. And in a family of 2, when there's an older child who's very dynamic and like has a lot going on in their own life... The younger child.
Is it a sister?
Yeah, 2 girls.
She was like born with a job?
She kind of, yeah. No, but it's just like the little one is just along for the ride with the big sister.
Right.
You know, it's like all about like her classes and her things. And I realized at Cricket is the baby. I realized at Cricket's first birthday that she had no friends. And at Birdie's first birthday, there are like pictures of all these babies. Like I had like taken her to, Birdie had gone to all these classes and I'd met all these women with children the same age and Birdie had all of these friends. And the second one is just like, oh, sorry, kid. Like you just hang out.
But it's not like, don't you realize that at 1, they don't really have actual friends? It's just, these are just
they
like
play next to each other. That's
Yeah.
Right.
They're
No,
not
and you
playing
also
together.
have that realization, which is that it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
That they're going to be fine.
Yeah.
As long as you socialize them a little bit.
You don't even have to be there.
That's right. But with the second one, that's what you feel like.
The first one is the experiment.
Yeah. I think that it would be interesting if you could figure out how to teach people to raise their second child first. Because I'm so much more easygoing with the second kid, and I was definitely more like an annoying helicopter mom with the first.
It's impossible, though.
It's impossible because you've never been through it. I understand, Paul. I'm just saying.
I'm mad at you.
You're not a parent.
Listen, we are both screaming for some reason.
I know. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm not a parent. I don't think I ever will be.
I know, which bums me out, to no end.
Because you think I should have a child?
Yeah, because I think you're like, just like the combination of you and your wife's genes would be so amazing to me. I would love to see how interesting that kid is.
That would be an
and funny
kid.
And like cool and weird and like
so many issues.
What is that kid doing? Is that kid wearing a 3-piece suit to preschool? Kids come up with these ideas.
It's true. Do you know when I was in 8th grade? For some reason, this is a thing that
For some reason.
Well, this is a thing that sometimes I remember it and then I try to push it out of my mind as quickly as possible because I don't know why I did this, but I must have had some emotional problems. I wore the same thing. I went to Catholic school, and so we had to wear uniform.
Jesus.
Oh, pardon me. I lost my balance. I'm okay now. I may have vertigo or I'm probably having a stroke, but it's cool. We wore uniforms to school, and I wore, it was a light blue shirt, navy slacks, and plaid tie. And for some reason, once winter started, I wore a sweater, this bright red sweater that had like a bright green block on one shoulder and a bright yellow block on the other shoulder.
Yeah, sounds
crew
great.
neck, right?
Yeah.
And my school uniform, and I wore to school every day this parka, navy parka, like the kind with the furry collar, furry hood, that you would zip up into a periscope shape.
Sure.
And this white canvas hat.
No.
Like a fedora kind of thing, like you would wear at the beach. Every day I would wear this. And I don't know why that I did it. It became I guess it was like some kind of OCD thing or something. Like I had to do it, even when it was hot, like boiling hot.
Oh, really?
Like once the spring started, once humidity started coming in, and I was still putting on my winter coat for school every day. I had to do it.
Maybe it was like it made you feel like cozy and taken care of, and like it was like a hug.
Maybe so, like a thunder shirt.
Yeah, like a thunder shirt. Exactly. Do they make thunder shirts for humans or just for dogs?
What am I, Temple Grandin?
I don't know. What does Temple Grandin have to do with it?
She made his squeeze machine
For the cows before they kill them?
I think it was really for her. I mean, it helped the cows out a little bit. She saw that it would calm the cows down, but then she was like,
movie.
"Why wouldn't I get in there?" You didn't watch that movie?
No.
Bravura performance by Claire Danes.
Yeah. She's always good.
She's always good, right?
Yeah. I've long envied that lower chin treble. I can't do it.
You can't make your lower
No.
lower chin.
It is. It's
No,
not the whole chin. It's just this part here.
Your chin is anything that's under your lip, right?
All right, fine. Whatever, Paul.
How many layers are there to a chin? How many chin levels do we have?
Upper chin and lower chin.
Today's an upper chin day, so I'm just going to focus on that. Busy, thank you so much.
That's it?
For being here. No, there's tons more. I just like to stop halfway through and say thank you before I forget. I have my good days and my bad days. And so gratitude is the first thing to go.
I love gratitude.
Do you have an attitude of gratitude?
I do have an attitude of gratitude.
Do you go to that place here in Los Angeles, Cafe Gratitude, where they'll say they'll hand you your check and say, I love you.
Yeah, you are grateful. You are blessed. You are whatever. No, because I don't like the way the food tastes.
But is it vegan?
It is. But I do enjoy being told affirmations, and that's why I do Soul Cycle.
That is a spin class?
It's a spin class here in Los Angeles and New York and DC and a few other places where they kind of yell affirmations at you while you're spinning.
That would drive
while you're doing your bike.
Out of my mind.
You don't know. You might be into it.
You think I haven't tried spin class?
No, I think I've seen you at the gym.
You've seen me at the gym.
Yeah.
I've tried spin class.
It always shocks me.
I don't.
When I see you at the gym.
It's shocking.
It is shocking.
I should be in a fancy study somewhere.
That's right.
Sitting in a wingback chair, enjoying a brandy.
That's right. Not at Crunch.
Busy. I am. Thank you so much for being
Paul.
on the show. Is there anything that you would like to promote? Cougar Town wrapping up. Has it all aired? Is it all done?
No,
there's
it's
still
not
a
all
few
done
more
yet.
left.
Yeah, there's a few left. It's time to get in, guys. If you haven't watched it yet, check it out.
We're in April now. Is it over by now?
I don't know. I actually have no idea.
You're not sure how many episodes you shot?
No. 13?
Or 300. Who knows?
Well, we made it over 100 this year, which was exciting.
That's a big deal. You make it a syndication.
It was a big deal.
5
but
years.
But the syndication deals just aren't the same as they used to be.
They're still pretty good.
They are. I don't know. I don't understand how anything works.
Soon you'll find out. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe we'll keep you out of the loop on this one.
I'm not kidding you. It's entirely possible that I could go the rest of my life and not know about syndication in Cougar Town and how much I make from it. That is how my brain works.
I'm sure a thing that many Americans can relate to.
It's a highly relatable topic.
Look, I don't know how much money I make from my job. I might never know.
I know that seems weird.
Are you going to go home and microwave a plate of Kraft Singles nachos?
Maybe now, in shame.
Busy.
I try to be relatable, Paul.
You have been relatable.
Don't call me out for being unrelatable.
Right up to this point.
I know.
Then you became George Bush with the supermarket scanner.
But it's... What happened with George Bush with the supermarket scanner?
Oh, do yourself a favor. After you look up...
He didn't know how to do it?
Idi Amin. After you look up... is Sam's Club part of Walmart? Mm-hmm. After you look up what Ahuel means... look up George Bush supermarket scanner. It's absolutely worth your time.
Okay.
And that's my call to action for the listeners as well. Busy, I adore you.
I adore you.
It's so great to see you, and thank you so much for being here on Spontaneanation.
Spontaneanation.
We will take a break. When we come back, we will meet our improvisers, and then we will find out Busy Phillips' suggestion for a location. All that and only that when we return. Guys, our disgusting bodies are in an endless war with our pants. Who is the middle ground? Underwear. That's right. You gotta wear it if you care about your pants. You can be a freak and not wear underwear, but I bet you'll never stop talking about it. This is all for normal people to listen to. Listen, normal people. If you're like me, you wear underwear because we're having a society. And if you're gonna wear underwear, you might as well wear underwear that is comfortable. You know what I'm saying to you? Like MeUndies. They're like, once you have them, then you say MeUndies because they belong to you. Right? Do you get it? MeUndies. Here's the thing. They're comfortable. They are convenient to get. It's a website. You go to this website and you order yourself some underwear. They lay it all out for you. Here's this kind of underwear. Here's that kind of underwear. There's so many underwears to choose from, guys. Do you understand? We're not living in the dark ages anymore, where underwear was a recently deceased animal pelt. Now it's nicer. It doesn't smell. There's no skinning involved. This is just some nice underwear that feels good. You know I'm a clothes person, right? I like clothes a lot. Clothing also includes underwear. That's not something that I am comfortable really discussing with you at great length. But I will say I endorse comfortable underwear, the kind you can get at MeUndies. Visit MeUndies.com/PFT to get 20% off your first order and free shipping. You get this stuff, you put it on, it feels good. This is going to change your underwear buying habits. Stop going to the supermarket and buying underwear there. It depresses everyone. You deserve better than that. MeUndies.com/PFT. You get 20% off your first order and free shipping. Shipping, that's where they get you. Except for MeUndies. They don't want to get you. They want to help you. Let MeUndies help you. MeUndies.com/PFT. Get 20% off. And then your pants will thank you. Right? Are they alive? You'll find out. Hey, you. Me? Yeah. Do you consider yourself a geek or a gamer or a pop culture nerd? All three, I guess. Well, then this is the subscription box for you. Did you mean to say subscription? Yes. Leave me alone. I'm trying to help you. For less than $20 a month, you get 6 to 8 items of gamer and pop culture licensed gear, apparel, collectibles, and unique one-of-a-kind items, and more. What do you mean by more? God! Okay, you want to find out what more? Head to lootcrate.com/PFT. That's me. And enter code PFT. No, the code is not PFT, that's me. Okay, I'm confusing things. Lootcrate.com/PFT. You enter that code PFT and you save $3 on any new subscription. You can't say subscription. Please, let me get through this. Swords, sorcery, myths, magic, dragons. What about things that aren't dragons? Yes, I'm sure some of the stories involve dogs. God. This month, it's all about fantasy. Loot Crate is giving you some epic, collectible, and wearable items from some of your favorite fantasy franchises, including Game of Thrones. Yes, Game of Thrones. Harry Potter, The Princess Bride, and more. What more? Will you okay? Subscribe by April 19th at 9 p.m. Pacific, and you get this month's crate. This month's crate? You are just mocking me. Every month there's a different theme, and all items are curated around that theme. Do you get it? They're all inspired by classic movie and video game releases, as well as pulling from pop culture franchises. Why are you pronouncing some words weird for fun and other words you just can't say? Because I'm human. Loot Crate is like a friend who knows what you love and surprises you with a present every month. That sounds too good to be true. I know, real people let you down. Are you saying I'm doing that to you? Yes, thanks for reading between the lines. But I still care about you. So I want to remind you, you have until April 19th at 9 p.m. Pacific to subscribe and receive that month's crate. Because when that cutoff happens, that's it. It's over. That sounds so final. You got to learn these things. This is life. Go to lootcrate.com/PFT and enter code PFT to save $3 on your new subscription today. I'm going to do it because I want to, not because you told me to. I don't care. Bye, Busy. She left out the door. Wasn't that a delight? What fun. What fun I had. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm now joined in the studio by three people I simply find...
What if that was the
Period.
Exactly.
I simply find here in front of me.
Yep.
I have worked with all of these people in various capacities and couldn't be happier about it. They're the tip of the top and the cream of the crop. The pip of the pop? That's not a thing. Did you press your buzzer for pip of the pop? You're out. Get better at this game. Ladies and gentlemen, sitting right next to me, you know her from being the voice of Korra from The Legend of Korra. The next to last Airbender?
I don't know.
The penultimate Airbender.
As far as I know, she's a legend.
Oh, she's
Nothing more.
There's a legend about her.
Yes.
Is that that's the right universe,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
The Airbender universe?
Yeah.
Is Korra an Airbender?
Yeah, she
You'll
can
forgive
airbend.
my Korra ignorance.
No, it's okay. You're Kornigans?
Kornigans.
We like to make up
From the
words
Smashing
here.
Pumpkins.
Yeah, that's right.
Janet Varney is her name.
Yes.
I got it. 1 for 1. Oh, look over there. This guy.
Hi.
Again with you in my life.
Hi.
He is one of the founders of Super Ego, the Super Ego podcast. Maybe you've heard of it. It's pretty good, guys. Also, maybe he'll try to sell you a Volkswagen motor car. Motor coach.
Yeah.
Happy motoring to you.
Yeah.
His name? I like to pronounce it Matt Gourley.
You would be right.
Yeah, right? That's how I like to do it.
I can't decide. When you were talking about your 8th grade outfit,
Sure.
there was a part of me that was seriously thinking, for Christmas, I want to try to reassemble that
Don't
for
do
you.
it.
I know.
No,
I know.
I don't want to see it.
No.
I don't ever want to see it.
How long did you do that for?
For a school year. From whenever it got cold enough to wear the coat, the winter coat. I guess whenever it got cold enough to wear the sweater. And then from then on, I wore it for the rest of the year.
Did we talk about this when you did my podcast? I don't remember. This seems like
No,
a
we did not.
really, really, really important part of
We
your
did not. And
teenager.
Janet, of course, hosts a podcast called The JV Club, where she talks about specifically about people's younger years.
Specifically about what they insisted on wearing for a year. I mean, it's a very specific podcast. For you not to bring that up
It is a podcast.
when my podcast is about
It's
what you had to wear for a year.
It's all about what you wore for a year.
no matter how hot it was.
Yeah.
Did your friends?
And that's a long subtitle, too.
I know.
Yeah.
Did your
It's not
friends
doing very
talk
well.
to you about it? Was there discussion?
I don't remember anyone ever acknowledging
Then
it
that you
at
have to
all.
worry, because then if they were talking to you,
Maybe that's why I did it.
Just to
Hey,
see.
will someone acknowledge that I'm
Yeah.
alive?
and yeah,
That I'm a person on Earth? Oh, man. Guys, I'm not dead, right?
no,
No. Okay. Finally. This guy? Oh, guess what? You've seen him on Community. You've seen him on Drunk History, playing many, many racists. Wearing mustaches that are too big and vests that are too small. That, is, to me, is the hallmark of Drunk History. Mustaches are too big, vests are too small. Top hats, varying degrees of quality. Some of those top hats, top notch. Some of them, I forgot this was in my car. Please say hello to my thrilling adventure colleague, Craig Cackowski.
I'm excited to join the Spontaneanation,
Craig,
and
thank
perform
you.
some improv atrocities.
Thank you.
Oh.
That's a pretty accurate assessment of what's going to happen.
I was just talking to the new costume designer for Drunk History and giving them my sizes, and I was just like, err on the side of bigger, just across the board.
Yeah,
Like,
please.
I do not want to have too small hats and too small vests.
Have you had to
anymore.
wear a hat that was too small?
Yeah.
'Cause that's a tall order to put on a hat that's too small.
And I never know hat size. Like, what's your hat size?
7 3/8.
7 3/8.
Yes.
How is it measured?
I think there's a series of trials.
Oh my.
How is it measured?
You draw it out of a
as-
sorting hat itself, or
How do we know
you
what
don't
size
know.
that?
You
what
don't
size
know.
is the sorting hat?
Well,
Is it a L?
And who sized that hat?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I hope it
who
wasn't.
made the first
So
ruler?
many
I mean,
questions.
you really want to get into it?
Yeah.
Who did?
Do you think God can make a hat so big that it won't fit him?
That he can't doff it?
Yeah, the too small hat thing, that's really, you can only screw it down on your skull so far.
Yeah.
But it ends up being sort of Adabisi, like it's a reference from Oz.
My goodness.
Not The Wizard of, but the horrible prison show that I watched for way more seasons than I should have until I realized this show makes me anxious. Guys, thank you for being here. We're going to do some improv comedy. Comedy, fingers crossed, right? And you can incorporate elements from anything that you have heard up to this point. You have been here this whole time. Please don't bring in stuff that happened to you during the day before you were here. I think that'll be less helpful. But you never know. I don't want to put any rules on it. Now, as we do our story, and it's going to be one continuous story, periodically we have access to sound effects, and this is for the audience as well. If you hear this, we are cutting to another location. If you hear this, we are flashing back to a previous time.
Always a harp lesson.
Always.
Has to be a harp
It's
lesson.
always a harp lesson.
Got it.
All right, keep that in mind.
Got it.
Glissando.
If we want to flash forward, we hear that. It's ever so slightly ominous, as the future is for us all. Okay, does everybody understand? Rewind this part 10 times. Listen to the sounds over and over again. What's that? Little quiz. What's that? What's that one? What's that one? What's that? What's that? What's that? Hey, do you get it? Okay. All right, I trust all you guys out there in podcast listening land, not formally recognized by the United Nations.
Yet.
And now we have our location from Busy Phillips is ta-ta-ta. Yeah, too late. Thanks, though. Oh, and of course, Eban Schletter on the piano over there will be scoring our scenes. If it seems to call for music, Eban's going to jump in on the music. Maybe things will be scary. Maybe things will be happy. Maybe things will be from the movie Jaws. Right? That's probably not going to happen, but who knows? Ladies and gentlemen, here's our location. From Busy Phillips, a Denny's parking lot. We take you now to said Denny's parking lot.
Just tell me to get the dumpster open.
You can't do it yourself.
No, I'm holding the bags, man.
I don't like to touch it because I never get that feeling off my hands.
Well, you want to hold the bags?
I don't want to hold the bags either. Here, I'll help you. It's so heavy.
What? Hey!
What?
I'm sleeping in here. What are you doing?
There's somebody in here.
Samantha?
You know her?
Bobby. Oh,
You know him?
We dated in high school.
yeah. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you. What have you been up to?
Oh, well, I was sleeping most recently, and then you guys opened the lid, and then it was like a rude awakening for me.
Hey, speaking of rude, I don't want to be rude, but could you climb out for this conversation? Because my arms are really getting tired.
Hang on.
Oh.
Oh, girl, you're in bad shape.
Well, I'm sleeping in a dumpster. What do you expect?
Oh, she's got you there, dude. That was not a good observation. I mean, I thought that, but I didn't say it.
But like in
Shut
all
up, man.
honesty, and I don't want to point fingers, but like you're working at a Denny's, so that's kind of a step down for me in my situation. I still got it.
Wait a minute. I just remembered I work at a Denny's, too. It's a double burn.
Yeah.
It's just temporary while I, get my life together.
It's permanent for me. This is it.
Career aspirations to Denny's, huh?
I guess you could call it that. I mean, this is kind of where I max out in terms of, stuff I can do, things I can think.
Yeah. Hey, Bobby, could you hold this bag of old spaghetti for a second? Thanks. I just needed to get some of this lettuce off me. It's so funny.
I threw out that spaghetti yesterday.
Aww.
And you were using it as a pillow.
Yeah, it's funny when you're in a dumpster, there's a lot of cliche things you always find, including spaghetti and lettuce. I don't know. I guess people eat a lot of spaghetti and lettuce, but more than what they eat, they throw it away.
Hey, what other kind of stuff can you find in a dumpster?
Oh, someone threw away a whole bag of doll heads? What are the chances? I'm gonna feast tonight!
Did you eat those doll heads?
Yeah.
Is that good for you?
No, I don't think so. I kind of feel like it made me smarter, though. Is that a thing?
Probably. I mean, you heard my story, right?
No, I don't think I did. We just met.
Oh.
In fact, I don't even know your name, friend.
My name, of course, is Chance.
Figures.
Short for Chauncey.
That's right. And I'm not good with pronunciation. It should be Chance. Oh, I did it.
How do you pronounce Denny's?
Who?
Oh, boy.
That's funny when I think about it, Chances. You've never said Denny's out loud.
Don't make me do it.
I'd like to be here for that.
All right. Don't laugh. Danya, it's...
Hey! I'm sorry I had to laugh. My life has such little joy in it right now that I gotta take it where I could get it.
Listen, I think you two need to catch up. And I can't follow your conversation because my brain's not that big. So I'll go back into the kitchen and try to remember why I'm going in there.
All right. Bobby, do you want to get into the dumpster with me, or...?
Yeah, sure. I'm curious as to what it feels like.
Well, it's dark and smelly. But it's home.
I saw your mom at Sam's Club the other day.
Well, you saw me here, too. Hi. You've brought a gentleman home?
I have, Mom. You remember Bobby.
I
We
sure
went out
do.
in high school.
Yeah, I know
How you doing,
broke...
Mrs. Sinclair?
Yeah.
Well, I'm fine ever since you broke my daughter's heart and sent her down a trajectory of, well, you're looking at it.
Wait, are you homeless as well?
Well,
By choice. She's supporting me emotionally.
what is a home but a roof, and what is a dumpster but a home with a small roof?
But you were a realtor. Like, your face was on all the billboards around town. You were making so much coin.
I was a dumpster and pod realtor, so I just do containers mostly.
Oh, I guess I never looked at those billboards that closely.
Anyway, do you want to say anything about the way you left my daughter?
Mom, don't do this. This is embarrassing. I didn't tell him that's why I'm living in a dumpster.
Sammy, let him make a tone and find a way to, I don't know. I hate to admit this, but I always kind of liked you, despite...
The atrocity you performed on my heart!
See?
That's extreme.
Is it?
An atrocity? That's something that
What else do you
that
perform?
third world dictators do. Not high school boyfriends.
I know what I know, and I know my heart got atrocitied.
That kind of equivocating sounds like the old Bobby I used to know. Now, you probably have some things to say to my daughter. I'm going to go in the other bulge over there and just get away where just there's a little mound.
Thanks, Mom.
Okay, look out. We threw away a bunch of knives last night.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, a new collection, honey. We're stepping out.
So, are you seeing anyone, or...?
Yeah. I'm seeing Angie Pusarello.
Angie Pusarello? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's the girl that invented the beanbag chair filled with chips. I was like, what a waste. What are you doing? You sitting down crushing the exact thing you're supposed to be eating. I hate that girl.
Look, I know that was a pretty bad invention, but she's a good girl, all right? She's nice to me.
I was nice to you, too.
Look, I'm sorry I was so weird our senior year that I wore that hooded coat all the time.
What was that about? I feel like you might have done some serious injury to yourself. You never took it off. You were pouring sweat.
I don't know. I just didn't want people to see my face. I wanted to hide behind a fur hood.
You're not a victim, Bobby!
Mom,
I guess I treated you pretty bad.
yeah, he treated me most ill.
Good, honey. Good. Sorry, I'm gone.
Thanks.
Bobby? Who are you talking to? I came to pick you up after work.
Ange, I'm here in the dumpster.
What are you doing? Throwing stuff away?
No, Ange.
How could you be in love with her? Listen to that voice.
Who's this girl with the weird voice?
You remember Samantha Sinclair from high school? And
Oh, it's you.
Hi, Angie.
Yeah, hi.
I see you still got the same ridiculous hairdo.
Oh, has there been a change to the dictionary? Does ridiculous mean beautiful now?
I don't know. I don't get to read that often. People don't throw away dictionaries.
So it may or may not be an insult.
you do spend a lot of time styling your hair, Ange.
I gotta make my hair perfect for when I do my presentations about the feedback chair full of nachos.
You're never gonna be able to sell that.
You never believed in me. You know what? This is the last straw, Bobby. I'm done with you. I deserve better. If you two like each other so much, you can keep each other. I'm gonna be rich. Do you hear me? Rich. Not only from my beanbag chair full of nacho chips, but also from trademarking the silhouette of my beautiful and very unique hairdo. Goodbye forever, Bobby. You're a loser and you always will be. Samantha, it was nice to see you.
It was good seeing you, too.
Angie!
Bobby!
God damn it.
Bobby, I hate to say it, but I think you're better off. That was like a monologue. I don't even feel like she was listening to anything you had to say.
No, and there's crushed nacho chips all over our apartment.
Well, it's kind of a dust. You know, that cheese that gets in your lungs is not good for you.
Why did I come in the kitchen again?
Look, I better get back and help out Chance.
Yeah.
He's lost when I'm not there.
Yeah. Must feel good to be needed like that. Well,
You need a moodins over my hammy or some of our kickin' stickin' chicken?
if you're offering,
Yeah, just make it 2.
we both would like you to take one of those waffles and then take the cherries and the whipped cream and make it look like a face, because we're both so lonely for a man's love. We'll make out with any breakfast you bring out here, but ideally waffles.
I'll be that waffle face to make out with you.
You will?
You can put whipped cream and cherry on my face. I don't know if it's the same as kissing a waffle, but...
I can't believe this is happening. Mom, did you hear that?
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Things are finally turning around for me.
Kiss him.
Come here, you big lug.
Get over here.
That's a little close to you, Miss.
Well, that's close quarters, isn't it? I mean,
I
we're
said-
dealing with 8
Okay,
square
your
feet.
cheek is
Both
brushing
very,
mine.
very lonely. Very lonely.
What's this I hear? Someone in my employ has been throwing away knives?
Oh, it's Mr. Denny.
Robert, is this true? Have you thrown away perfectly good knives?
Mr. Denny, they were all dull and stuff.
That's why we have a knife sharpener, Robert. I'm very disappointed in you. Oh, what's this? A family living in my Denny's dumpster? The very idea. Robert, if you don't kick this family out of this dumpster, you will be fired. Also, I want you to put them to death.
Put them to death, Mr. Denny!
We'll find out what happens when we return after this break. Hey, Dolores. What do you want, Mitch? Since we're trapped under this rubble, do you want to talk about audiobooks? All right, like what kind of audiobooks? Are you familiar with Audible.com? They've got over 150,000 titles to choose from. Okay, I don't need audiobooks. I don't need books. I watch television. That's what I do. I'm watching Game of Thrones. Well, why don't you dive into the original book at Audible.com? There's like extra nudity that you could be reading about that's not in the TV show. Oh, that does sound good. But what if I wanted something grounded in reality, like the reality of being trapped under this rubble? Well, then I'd suggest you try Capital in the 21st Century by Thomas Piketty. Are you sure you're pronouncing that correctly?
No, I'm not. Piketty. How would you say it?
I'd say Piketty, like a little child says Paschetti, to be cute.
Do you think they do it on purpose that way?
We're getting off track.
Listen, they also got good narrators reading the books. Tim Curry, he's featured in Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Tim Curry from Rocky Horror?
I think of him as Tim Curry from The Hunt for Red October, but same guy. What about autobiographies? That's where real people write stories about themselves.
Yes, I know what they are. I've been to college.
Well, Martin Short, he reads the Martin Short book. Patton Oswalt reads the Patton Oswalt book, and so on and so forth.
I think I get it.
And that's just 3 or 4 titles. Audible's got over 150,000.
You said that, and I'm trapped under rubble, so I heard you the first time. Believe me, I'm really paying attention.
All right, well, pay attention to this. Go to audiblepodcast.com/spont and get a free trial and a free audiobook.
What's spont?
It's short for the title of the show that this is a commercial for.
You're breaking the reality of this.
I know. I can't help myself. I'm naughty. And listen, if you don't like the book that you chose, Audible's got a great listen guarantee. It's got you covered.
You Mitch, you're not making any sense.
If you don't like the book, you could exchange it and you get another title anytime.
All right, that did make sense. So it's pretty easy to follow.
Go get started at audiblepodcast.com/spont, SPONT.
Well, I can't really get started as long as we're under this rubble.
That's a good point.
What do you mean? Put to death?
I mean, I'm a rich man. I don't like poor people. If they're not working for me, that is. Making a terrible slave wage. No offense, Robert.
None taken.
Thank you. You're very generous. Unlike me! I want you poor people not only kicked out of my dumpster, but the offending idea that you ever lived in there is an assault to my very senses. I want you put to death. And if you won't do it, Robert, there's no place for you here at Denny's.
What happened to make you such a horrible, heartless man?
Oh boy, Christmas morning and I'm 8 years old.
Hello, boy.
Oh no, Father.
Yes, boy.
You've returned?
Well, I did, but under terms of duress. I need to talk to you about that copper coin you keep that I gave you from long ago.
Oh yes, you said for me to always hold on to it. It would keep me company in times of trial. And at night I could sing to it and maybe fall asleep and not have horrible dreams for once.
Yeah, I'm going to need you to give... Can I hold it? Also, I need you to evict your puppy from the room and kill it.
What? Father, but Lucius, he's my best friend.
If you don't kill him, I will kill you.
Is this somehow related to the coin or no?
It will be related to the future. Give me the coin. I'm also destitute.
I feel like I'm not going to get this coin back. Is that the case?
No. Have I ever even really been in your life before and then lied to you?
You know what? Good point.
Neither.
Here's the coin. Oh, why did you bite it? You know that it's real?
I don't know where
you gave it to me.
I don't know what you've done with it.
It's strange. Anyway, this puppy killing business, there's no way around it. He's my best friend.
Too bad, boy. Too bad.
Lucius, I'm sorry, but Daddy commands it.
Oh, God, that's so horrible. I almost feel like you have the right to put us to death.
And at what age did you get that deep, mellifluous voice?
Probably around 5.
How old are you now?
Now, I'm 17 years old. A boy genius.
It's not too late for you to change.
It probably is. I mean, I'm pretty set in my ways.
Well, don't you have an ounce of compassion? Did you kill that dog?
Well, of course I did. Then I made a fortune selling dog skeletons.
But how
Just off of one dog?
Well, once you get the taste for it, you don't stop. You know what I'm saying?
You never had an ounce of remorse?
I had a tablespoon of I'm sorry about it, but that's as far as it went.
And that's why you make us add a tablespoon of I'm sorry to every dish we serve here.
That's right. I make every employee whisper, I'm sorry, into a tablespoon, and then stir whatever it is. People who order the sunny side up eggs are very upset about it.
Huh. Well,
What a conundrum. Lose my job or murder my ex and her mother?
you take as much time as you need. I understand this must be very hard for you since we've just recently reunited.
Look, I'm near death, but my daughter isn't. Take me. Won't that be enough for you, Mr. Denny?
Yes, my mother has typhus.
Typhus?
For she has typhoid fever from eating peach melba from someone that made it and was famous for it.
We did throw out a bunch of peach melba the other day.
What?
It was peach melba we forgot to add a teaspoon of I'm sorry to.
Whoa!
Thanks a lot! Thanks a lot.
I don't know what I'm angrier about. These vagabonds living in my dumpster, it's a brand name, by the way, or the fact that you blatantly disregard my orders in regard to the teaspoon thing.
Mr. Denny, will you take me and not my daughter? Let her go. She'll make a good wife to Robert, and he'll be a productive employee.
I suppose if I were to determine the way in which you were killed, that might satisfy me, and your daughter may yet live.
Darling, before I go, I just want to...
Oh, wait, so you agree?
Oh, yeah.
It's
that's,
cool.
Oh, totally.
Okay, so I get to decide.
That was quick.
Oh, absolutely.
I get to decide how you die.
No problem.
You don't want to hear maybe
No,
how it
I
is?
can't imagine it'd be horrific.
All right.
Death is death, you know. It comes for us all.
Caveat emptor.
Okay. Honey,
Mom.
I want to give you something that I've been saving for one day when you finally did find a man.
What could you possibly be hiding away from me that I haven't already seen in this dumpster?
Well, let's not talk specifics, but it's a dowry.
What?
This copper coin that I had from the first time I ever did a business deal. And you know it went south from there. My first ever sale of real estate to a young man.
I can't imagine what that must have been like. Clarify.
And how long have you been looking on the market?
Oh, it's been quite some time. I'm very choosy about homes and houses and domiciles.
Hey, I live here. This is...
Don't mind him.
Oh, this is mine.
Yeah, well...
You can't sell it to this guy.
Why, this place is perfect. I love it.
How much you got on you right now?
Well, let's see. Not as much as I'd like. I purchased a dog skeleton recently.
Uh-huh. Oh.
What am I down to? I just have this copper coin that I came upon through curious means.
Well, you know...
Would you like to hear my story about it?
Let's go further back.
So now, what will you pay me if I am able to shield your identity from your son entirely?
I'll give you this copper coin.
What a curious speech impediment you have.
Well, I have trouble, you see, with my consonants.
Consonants?
My hard consonants are really sort of tough, you see. Also, my accent goes and comes on a whim.
Yeah, may I examine the coin using my jeweler's loop? Please don't bite it. I'm about to handle it. Why?
I always forget when I'm supposed to do that.
Yes, just wipe it off here. Here we go. Oh, this does seem to be a copper coin.
A sopper sign.
Yes, who's this on the front? Seems to be an Abraham Lincoln-looking fellow, and on the back, why there's the Lincoln Memorial.
The Lincoln Memorial.
Now, wait a minute. Based on that flashback of a flashback of a flashback, it sounds like you guys are just describing a standard American penny.
What?
What? Oh, that's not worth anything.
It's worth 1 cent.
Actually, no, because you know the nickel in there makes it worth more than a penny. I go to the University of Phoenix and I study.
So it went from worthless to worth a very little something to worth a little bit more than a little bit of something.
Huh.
But isn't it the thought that counts, Mr. Denny?
The thought. When has thought ever served mankind?
But that's the copper coin from your childhood. I mean, think of all that it symbolizes.
Wait a minute, why are you... I don't even understand what you're arguing right now. Do you want my life to be saved? Do you want my mother's life to be saved?
Yeah, you're all
What's
over the map
happening?
here, Bobby. Who am I killing?
And all of you get out of my dumpster.
What? Where'd this gentleman come from?
He never vacated. This is the same dumpster all along.
I've been asleep this whole time, but listening.
You're Rumple-Dumpskin?
That's right. And I will grant you 3 wishes.
Oh my god, this is amazing!
Well, the first one seems to be like, don't let us die. I mean,
can you control that, or?
I can stab you with this blunt knife. Mr. Denny, no!
I told you it was sharp enough to keep.
Oh, Rumpelstiltskin, what have you done?
If I must die, I must, as all men must do, and most women. I do want you to know, I'm a bad guy, and I don't like people. Lesson not learned.
I can't believe this all happened before his 18th birthday. He didn't even get the right to vote.
Oh boy, I hope Chance is doing okay in that kitchen by himself.
Oh yeah, I was gonna go back outside to help Bobby with the dumpster.
Yeah, he'll be all right. You still have 2 more wishes.
Oh, well, you guys are all looking at me. I guess it's time for me to wish something.
what does your heart want, honey?
I guess if I had to wish something, it would be that you, Mom, would finally let me live on my own in this dumpster and stop looking over my shoulder all the time. I want my independence again in this dumpster.
Oh, I get it. I'll just move out and find another dumpster, I suppose. That's no problem for a woman my age in this cold, cold clime.
Well, you're being so open to it now. I kind of wish I would have just asked you to do that instead of using a magical wish.
No.
Well, that's a load off, because I didn't know how I was going to make that happen supernaturally, so...
Listen, I guess I'll say my goodbyes if I could just pack up my old hefty bag full of some used Capri Suns and a bunch of acne pads. I'll just take my things and say goodbye. I hope you two are very happy, very happy.
Thanks, Mom. I know you don't understand right now, but maybe someday you will.
Maybe.
Thanks, Mrs. Sinclair.
You be good to my daughter.
I will.
Bye, Dumpelstiltskin. Rumple-Dumpelskil.
My first name is Rumple. My last name is Dumpelstiltskin.
Okay.
Well, there's still one wish left. I guess, Bobby, it's yours.
Well, Mr. Denny doesn't own the Denny's anymore. I guess I'd like to own this Denny's. Really? I mean, take more time to think about it if that's good at what you want.
That would be great. With such a short commute, you could pop out of the dumpster every morning fresh as a daisy and head into the store, the restaurant, the establishment that you own.
Let it be so. And now this Denny's is called Aho Al's.
What does that mean?
Rat turds.
Hello, pardon me. I apologize for barging in. My name is Charles Dumpster. It's a brand name, you know, and I understand there's a new owner of this Denny's.
Yeah, it's me.
Why, you're just a young man. It seems to have no future, but you own this place?
I'm actually older than the previous owner.
Oh, well, that is a remarkable thing. I say, I wonder if I could talk to you about a business term.
A business term?
A business term.
Sure, like macroeconomics?
Yeah, well, no. I definitely want to get to that.
Okay.
But I meant terms of business. You see, with the previous owner, Mr. Denny, he forbade people to live in his dumpsters. Well, of course, that's not why I made dumpsters in the first place. They were for families to share.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
And so I'd like to just humbly ask, do you mind if I allow people to live in the dumpsters behind your Denny's here in the parking lot?
I don't mind that at all. What do you think, Rumpeldumpskin? Rumpeldumpskin? Where did he go?
I don't know. That's one of the biggest mysteries about this dumpster.
But you all saw him, right? He was here.
Oh, yeah.
What are some of the other mysteries about this dumpster? I'm curious to know.
First of all, sir, if you don't blow your nose, I swear to God.
It's a real condition, and I apologize.
I have a very sensitive stomach, and I know living in a dumpster, that might be surprising, but I have a thing about snot.
Okay, well, I mean, I do what I can, but I can't be on it every second of the day because I do have to live my life. I do apologize.
And in answer to your question, one of the other mysteries of the dumpster is that there's a series of caterpillars who return generation after generation each year to the same spot to cocoon and turn into butterflies inside the dumpster. No one knows where that started or why, but it's one of the things I look forward to every year.
Why, is it this very dumpster?
Yes.
Oh, young lady, this is the first dumpster I ever assembled, and I was the one who put those cocoons in there in the very first place and made it so that caterpillars would always have a place to come to after they stopped being so disgusting and started being beautiful. Like on the Real World intro.
That is a really specific reference, but I didn't live in a dumpster at the time that was out, so I know what you're talking about, and this is all very inspiring because it's starting to feel like, in a strange sort of way, I've been a caterpillar who crawled into a dumpster, into the dark, to gestate and pupate, and eventually emerge as this beautiful, beautiful butterfly of love with you, Bobby.
But you've always been beautiful to me. Does that mean you're about to become ugly now?
I don't know. This is getting really...
I don't know why I even questioned it.
I really considered that, but boy, that's very troublesome thought.
All I can say is I'll love you no matter what, whether I have wings or 1,000 legs.
Speaking of creatures, who is this attractive creature right here?
I didn't actually leave. I just don't know who I am. Who are you? I mean, I'm her mother, but I'm Madame Butterfly.
Wow, like from the opera?
Sort of, but I had a past where I would do shows. Anyway.
Well, may I ask, are you single? Is your husband dead and in the ground?
He's so dead. I mean, gone from my memory as well. I'm just lonely, and I don't know how I could say yes to you more.
And I'd love to see something great happen for her, because as with many people in show business, she did have to become a realtor just to make ends meet. So... Just the one end. Just the one end. That's how poor we are. We can only make one end meet, sir. If you could show my mom some compassionate love, it would maybe take away some of the sting of the horrible thing I just did to her by casting her out of my life when all she did was love and support me.
Pretty shitty. I would love to invite this enchanting woman
me?
to move in with me in my mansion dumpster.
Oh, let me just get my
It's got 7 lids.
What?
14 compartments. 80 handles.
Oh, wow. I'll do it. I tell you I'll do it, sight unseen.
Then you've made me a very happy man, as happy as a trash billionaire could be.
Take my hand.
Certainly. I'm sorry if it's a little damp. I have this problem with my running nose.
That's okay. I have these old Stridex pads that are so dried up, they'll make perfect little absorption things for your snot.
It's true, everyone. One man's trash is another man's treasure.
A lesson we all should learn, but won't.
Also, I have typhus.
And there you have it. Janet Varney, what would you like to promote to the people?
Oh my. I guess my podcast, huh?
The JV Club
yeah.
with Janet Varney. It is an enchanting podcast on the Nerdist Network.
Mm-hmm, free on iTunes.
You can get
Stitcher,
it on iTunes.
Et cetera,
you can get it on Stitcher,
et
etc. has it. Matt Gourley.
I was there too, my podcast where I talk to people in movies. It's on Stitcher.
It is a wonderful podcast. I really do enjoy listening to it.
You were my first guest.
I was your first guest. And then I heard, the one I heard most recently was with Paul Rust. He kept going on and on about how it was one of your favorite episodes. And I was like, oh,
do you know why?
Good work, buddy. Because you know I listen.
You're not kidding. That first episode with you not only helped get me off the ground,
it helped put you under it. You're dead and a ghost.
Is it kosher? I would definitely say it's one of my favorites, but I think I might even go farther to say what we're all thinking.
Just say it.
It's my favorite episode.
This is how I bully people into liking me.
Yeah.
Craig Cackowski.
It's fun to say.
It is fun. It is fun to say. Do you enjoy saying your own name?
Craig Cackowski. There's a lot of hard K and G sounds.
The best comedy sound.
Yeah.
Sreg.
You can look for me on Drunk History Season 3 and Community Season 6.
You guys, it's April now, so you guys are you shooting the scenes now?
I'm in the middle of shooting right now in April in the future.
And where you have to listen to those drunk people over and over again.
Yeah,
and it's maddening.
Like Paget Brewster and Mark Gagliardi.
And this guy,
What?
Paul
Are
F.
you-
Tompkins.
are you drunk
And
this
this
season?
guy.
And that guy, Matt Gourley.
Man, and Janet?
She doesn't drink because of religion. Because when she drinks, she's a holy terror.
Lemon line.
Lemon lime to you. And Community Season 6, you said.
Yeah, that's going to be on Yahoo.
Yahoo!
Yahoo!
Yahoo! That's how UK people say Yahoo, is Yahoo.
Yahoo!
Yes. It's adorable.
So buttoned down.
They say Yahoo and they can't get off the phone without sounding sad. Bye-bye, bye, 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 bye.
Okay, bye.
But they give like a million little bye-byes.
Bye, 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 bye. Like that?
That's exactly right. This shouldn't still be going on right now. Guys, thank you at home out there, or you might be at work, you might be committing a murder. I don't know what you do. I don't know your lives.
Performing a murder.
Performing a murder.
Murder.
Ta-da!
Tonight only, a murder.
Thank you for listening. Please spread the word. If you like the show, tell your friends. If you don't like it, keep it to yourself. But why don't you follow us on Twitter at SpontaneaNation? Why don't you review us on iTunes if you want to give us a good review? If you don't want to give us a good review, I got a review of you that I will keep to myself. But yeah, go on iTunes, review us. It helps us in the rankings. If you want to go on there and say, I liked the other podcast better, I'm sure you're going to. So get that out of the way. Thank you all. We're coming to you every Monday. Every Monday, without fail, you'll get a new one of these. Thank you to Eban Schletter on the piano. Thank you to Brett. Brett has almost died over there. Are you going to make it through? The very end? We will see you again next time. Goodbye.
Bye. 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 Bye.
Lemon lime.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
This has been an Earwolf Media production. Executive producers Jeff Ulrich and Scott Ackerman. For more information, visit earwolf.com.
Earwolfradio.com. The wolf dead.